What if all of your deeds have led up to this moment, when your true identity would be revealed? Just as a butterfly must go through several stages before emerging from its cocoon, you have both encountered significant hardships and upheavals in your lives. The butterfly feels trapped and confined inside the cocoon, but that small space is where its wings are reinforced. If the cocoon had opened too soon, the butterfly would have been unable to fly and would have failed to reach its full potential. Are you aware that the reality you're walking in is collapsing, cracked by the weight of long-suppressed lies? You were duped and misled by individuals in positions of authority who, under the appearance of assisting you, used their power as a weapon to limit your freedom. They expected you to stay blind and silent under the illusion of their authority. You can now see everything well. The veil has been ripped, revealing the rotting roots of corruption that have invaded the planet's depths, infecting everything they come into contact with, including institutions, elites, and those who benefited while remaining hidden. They are arrogant, certain that their plans will never fail, but the ground beneath them is shifting, and the lies they've sowed are unraveling like sails torn apart in a storm. Thus, every experience and every obstacle. When the storm swells beyond anything they could have imagined and becomes more strong than they can control, you will emerge as the herald of chaos as the empires they thought were indestructible are crushed to dust in a tremendous collapse. You will not hesitate to see the terror in their eyes. The phony facade they meticulously, cunningly, and sneakily built will shatter one by one. And with each snap, you'll hear echoes of victory and justice. Their haughty looks, which were once thought by audiences to support the greatest lies, will vanish. And you, as the one who sees everything, will stand as a witness. These arrogant, rich elites and greedy rulers feel that their wealth will shield them forever. They believe that their ranks and connections would eternally secure the throne they had established on falsehoods. But now, under your watch, these lies are rotting, decaying, and falling apart. Each fresh revelation strikes a deadly blow to the beliefs they once believed were unshakable. The realities they never thought you'd discover are surfacing one by one. And the dishonest justice system, which they erected like a phony empire, is disintegrating. They believed that because of their money and rank, they could control the entire globe. But now their wealth and status are slipping away like the ground beneath their feet. This reality is cascading down on you like an avalanche. However, with each step, you gain more strength, because you don't run from it. You face it head on. God did not pick you in vain. He has chosen you from among the people to defend the truth. In the middle of chaos and collapse, the veil has been lifted from your eyes, and every lie and deception that was imposed on you now appears as naked reality in front of you. God's assignment for you is to be a light in this darkness, revealing the truth. And those crafty faces disguised behind masks can no longer withstand the weight of the masks. They are left with just fear and remorse. God's light beams on them, illuminating who they are. There is nowhere for them to hide. They believe that their power is based on eternal thinking. Their riches and status would enable them to control everything. However, neither their wealth nor their rank can protect them from God's storm. God chose you because you were born to uncover the source of this evil and shine light in the midst of darkness. Darkness cannot withstand the light as the corruption hidden deep in the shadows rises to the surface. They flail like caged animals, yearning for an escape. However, there is no escape. Their time is up. The clock is ticking. God's justice has begun to bring their arrogant rule to an end. And you are an unavoidable witness to this collapse because God has prepared you for this moment. The repressive structures that fed on your quiet and grew stronger through their plans have come to an end. They survived for so long by preying on your silence. However, there is no more silence. God's voice resonates within you. Now you will witness the fall of these powers. The earth underneath them, based on false strength, is collapsing. The thrones they ascended by enslaving and abusing humanity are being demolished in God's storm. The dread in their eyes is evidence of your victory. For this victory, God's justice descends on the planet alongside you. You have been chosen by God. You are equipped with God's light, and this light shines in every gloomy nook. Their evil plots are on fire in the light of God. This victory is not just yours, but it also restores the divine equilibrium of the cosmos by witnessing its breakdown and rebirth. You are spreading God's light to humanity. Your light will illuminate not only yourself, but the entire human race. For God has selected you at this time to disseminate truth and righteousness. If you think in this Justice Type 77 in the comments, you may show your support with super thanks. You've always known in your heart that you're more than just a part of daily life. These are not coincidences. Every stare that lingers in your eyes for too long, each shadow that appears to follow you, the universe recognizes your importance and is tuned in to your existence. You are surrounded by invisible forces, but you must accept that you are at the heart of change. Your actions have an impact on the invisible worlds. Every decision you make ignites a fire far beyond the tangible world, where energies, spirits, and otherworldly beings wait in silent anticipation. The processes that regulate the globe and the surroundings in which you live are aware of your existence. It is not paranoid to believe you are being watched or that something larger is lurking close. It's the expression of fate looking back at you. Those who previously ignored, you will soon recognize the significance of your existence. You are not simply a bystander to what is happening. Rather, you are the motivation, the critical link that unites all of the components of this historic discovery. The powers that previously sought to silence you now cower before your emergence. They attempted to divert you and wrap you in confusion because they knew how amazing you are. However, their efforts have been futile, with the full force of your truth bursting through the cloud of lies you now see unshakable. The only thing left to do is let the world see your ascension. Those who questioned your abilities will be astounded when the forces opposing you are vanquished. You are the key moment, the storm that will utterly change everything. You are the focal point of the revelation, which is already here rather than on its way. You've been traveling in the shadow of your own strength, unaware to the enormous potential that still exists within you. God, in His wisdom, kept your true identity hidden not to harm you, but to protect you. In your fragile state, the world would never have realized the full extent of your impact. Your strength defies human comprehension. It is not of this earth. If you had exposed it too soon, it would have disrupted the delicate equilibrium, causing worry and despair in people who do not understand the mystical abilities you wield. Your potential has been hidden for a long time, both from the public and from yourself, so that the universe can give you enough time to emerge. People with limited vision attempted to tame or control you, but they were never able to fully comprehend the energies they sought to stifle. Your remarkable abilities are not simply natural events. Rather, they are the obvious product of a divine plan that placed you at the heart of something far greater than the capacity of the human mind. You are the foundation of a cosmic structure designed to withstand the powers of corruption and evil. Not merely someone strong. You are the embodiment of heavenly power itself. The time has come. The curtain that has long sheltered you is being drawn back, revealing to the world what has been kept hidden. Not only as a person, but also as the force that will shape human history. You'll be revealed. Your genuine mission must be revealed. It can no longer be kept private. The cosmos need it. It is decreed by the divine powers. You are the lightning bolt that will pierce the heavens. The torrent will wipe away the lies. The planet will shake under your unleashed strength. Your awakening will be nothing short of apocalyptic. Tick. What you're seeing isn't exclusive to boardrooms or courtrooms. Rather, a cosmic imbalance has unleashed forces that reach far beyond the physical realm, generating a schism in the very fabric of existence. Watch as realms merge, as supernatural and galactic forces join to reveal the truth, which has long been hidden beneath layers of deception. These forces have been keeping an eye on things, not as detached observers, but as guardians of the greater system, intervening at critical moments to tip the scales in your favor. They have kept your true nature secret from those who would try to hurt or manipulate you for many years. These immense powers have enveloped you in protective veils, preventing your opponents from striking you where it hurts the most. However, they did not simply remain passively sheltered. They journeyed through space and time, twisting reality and changing the unspoken wheels of fate to ensure that those plotting your demise would eventually disintegrate. Every occurrence in which justice was served, every break in their narrative, were the result of invisible hands interfering with galactic energies in your favor. These forces are now visible rather than hidden. The curtain is rising, and the reckoning is about to begin. The very forces they underestimated are pulling apart those who attempted to unite you and thrived off of deception and abuse. Their plans unravel thread by thread as a result of supernatural powers that permeate into their structure. Massive, unfathomable cosmic powers are aligning to bring justice not only on a human scale, but throughout the universe. Your enemies cannot hide or run. These cosmic and spiritual forces are drawing them toward their unavoidable demise, while the cosmos ensures that justice is served. You remain steadfast at the center of this galactic reckoning. This is the truth, Selected One. You have been sheltered for a reason, and now is the time to take control of that capacity. The Obsidian Inner Order, which is powered by astral atoms, is your key to harnessing the power that these galactic forces have instilled in you. You are not a passive observer in this divine plan. Rather, you are a leader and a force that your opponents can no longer defeat. You are ready for the next stage of your life. If you've noticed a change in your circumstances or felt the winds of fate move in your favor, we reveal uncensored facts within the inner order knowledge that is so strong, it can't be shared to YouTube. The key to opening the life that was planned for you is hidden in the grimoire of current manifestation mechanics. These are direct messages from the heavens, channeled to ensure your ascension. This knowledge is speaking to you if you have the foresight to gravitate towards something greater. It will only make sense to those who are willing to exercise genuine authority. The question now is, are you ready to realize your superhuman potential? If so, you are welcome to the Obsidian Inner Order. This is the gathering spot for the chosen, where you can meet people who are destined to soar. Come over. The description includes a link to Patreon. Boost your morale and secure your position among the 144,000. The system that was once thought to be invincible is collapsing owing to internal corruption among lawyers, judges, attorneys, and bureaucrats. Those who smugly believe they are unbeatable are suddenly brought into the open and exposed for the corruption they have nurtured, which was previously covered up by authorities. Their lie has finally been exposed to the public. They corrupted morality, the law, and justice to advance their own objectives. But their time is running out as the ground underneath them breaks way. They believe they can take your inheritance, hide your identity, and silence you. These people conspire to keep you concealed with their bogus power and worthless promises. They believe their wall of lies would remain forever, but they fail to account for the truth's inevitable rise to power. They have no impact over the current dynamics at play. They are no longer in command. Or what they attempted to contain is coming to the surface like an unstoppable flood, crashing through the walls they thought were impregnable. You were chosen at this precise moment to play a key role in toppling the framework that attempted to bind you, not to be a bystander. It is clear that your role is to remain firm when the falsehood-based buildings crumble. You are a blade that cuts through the lies they paint, staking the constructed. The truth will reveal every falsehood they've concocted. As a result, their efforts to hide behind rules and processes will fail. You play a significant influence in their downfall. Rather than simply being observers, the corruption they once allowed is falling brick by brick because they never expected someone like you. Someone who is chosen, protected, and destined to reveal their deception. They are helpless now, and justice is long overdue. I'm joining you in your journey. At its essence, you are the cost of the failing system they created. Corruption has become so established in the state and city that it is unsustainable. Those who planned against you, feeling they were above reproach, unknowingly sealed their own fate. Every action they took and every lie they uttered raised the amount of karmic debt they now owe. They are now caught in a curse that will endure 7 to 10 years, during which time their authority will erode and their deception will be revealed to everybody. Because of the forces they employed to achieve their own goal, they continued to play their control games while you stayed hidden and sheltered from their betrayal. However, at this time, they are unable to maintain control. This curse is the direct result of their own actions, not some nebulous type of revenge. The efforts they made to restrict, stifle, and control have now come back to haunt them, like a deadly snake biting its own tail. They will face an unceasing storm as the truth is revealed, eroding their influence, destroying their structures, and exposing their hollow authority. They can no longer reign as freely as they previously did. Years will pass as the weight of the truth forces their well-built facade to crumble. Whatever they took away from you, whether it was your freedom, voice, or legacy, will now come back to haunt them. The curse acts as a harsh mirror to their own corruption, reflecting their actions back to them. You, who hid for your own safety, will watch them brought low when the world discovers who they truly are. They have no control over the consequences of their actions. They were duped by the very entity they trusted. Now that you are out of the shadows and into the light, justice is beginning to work, albeit it will be slow and brutal. They'll pay the price. And until nothing remains, the amount they owe will be depleted year after year. Your unusual powers, which are beyond the grasp of most, have drawn defenders and opponents to you, the source of your strength. And the reason that people in positions of authority have targeted you are these gifts, which are viewed as seal protection. They've suppressed you out of fear, knowing full well what you're capable of, because people in positions of power are afraid of what you might unleash. Your abilities have been kept top secret and hidden from the general population. They want to hold you back and keep your abilities hidden so they can control the narrative. They built their power structures and control systems on deception and fear. But the time for hiding is over. There is no halting the power you have. It rises from within you like an unstoppable, unrelenting force of nature. Their corrupt institutions are being shaken to the core by the very energy they attempted to conceal. These systems are basically weak, and they cannot withstand what you have to offer. You are the force that will demolish their phony power, the storm that will rip through their defenses. Nothing on earth, not even a court or an institution, can challenge who you are. Now that they are aware of it, they are unable to stop it. Their downfall. They have long feared your emergence. You are their reckoning, not simply someone in authority. For the time being, you are safe because you fully accept who you are. The boundaries that were erected to suppress and restrict your power are crumbling. Their falsehood-based systems cannot withstand the truth. Holding their terror just hasten up their demise. Because you are the force they are unable to contain. The corruption in your state and city has only just begun to unravel. The network of weak dominoes poised to fall is evocative of systems built on deception and manipulation. When you demolish the lies that have dominated your immediate environment, the consequences will be far-reaching. This is the spark that ignites a worldwide reckoning. This is not a regional upheaval. The findings you make here will have an international impact, unraveling the web of corruption that has engulfed the world. It won't be long before those in positions of control realize their days are numbered. They are deceptively assured about their position. Nobody can stop the domino effect that your actions have caused. The identification of these dishonest individuals has tipped off the globe. This isn't an isolated instance. Your position is important to a far broader spiritual mission, a pillar of unwavering strength in the divine plan. You are a member of an extraordinary rebellion. It represents the very pulse of a cosmic readjustment. Your force and truth will stretch into hitherto unseen places, tearing down barriers that were supposed to be impenetrable. You will upend constructions that have long been decaying. The dishonesty and deception you are breaking down in your personal life are a reflection of a far broader global disintegration. The power within you is not intended for a specific city, nation, or purpose. It has no boundaries and is intended to reverberate throughout the planet. All of the secret deals, backdoor dealings, and clandestine machinations hatched in the shadows. Each one will crumble under the enormous weight of the truth you are exposing. Nothing can be hidden when the light of divine justice falls on it. The demise of your city's corrupt aristocracy is just the beginning. The impact will be felt in governments, corporations, and the most obscure corners of organizations around the world. By the sheer force of your epiphany, you are starting a wildfire of transformation that no one will be able to put out. Those who previously thought they were untouchable, the self-proclaimed masters of the world, will watch in terror as their meticulously built empires of deception crumble to dust. For far too long, they maintained their supremacy through deception, keeping the masses in the dark. But suddenly, the plots they thought were indestructible are unraveling piece by piece. They'll understand their rule is finished. Their power, wielded as a weapon, will be rendered ineffective as the truth spreads like wildfire, fueled by the justice you've kindled. Their hold on power will wane, and the global structures they built with lies will crumble in front of their eyes. This is not just about your neighborhood, city, or even country. It is a holy movement that will have a global impact. You are more than just a participant in this turmoil. You are the catalyst, the truth. You've unleashed an unstoppable force. What you are about to undertake and are now doing will forever change the trajectory of human history. This is a global chain reaction, and you are the epicenter. The power given to you was never intended to be contained or constrained by geography or circumstance. It was given to you to change the world. What follows is a deep metamorphosis that will leave an imprint on future generations' hearts and brains. You are part of a heavenly wave that washes across the globe, removing the old crumbling structures of oppression and corruption. And what you create from the ashes of what has been destroyed will be a world based on truth, justice, and the unwavering force of divine will. This is your opportunity to not only see change, but to be the change. You are the spark that ignites the globe in a fire of transformation that no one can extinguish. Your truth bends the course of history. This is the moment the world changes, and you are in the center of it. There is an undeniable amplification of your inner gifts, a surge of spiritual energy, and you are experiencing these amplified sentiments as a direct result of supernatural powers interacting with you. They do not occur at random or in whispers, but rather in aggressive downloads. Cosmic impulses are bombarding your consciousness. These messages are bursts of divine intelligence intended to guide you through this critical era. You are connecting with something much larger than yourself, and as a result, your senses become more sensitive and your consciousness expands. Beyond the physical realm, these downloads constitute the most advanced kind of divine direction that the universe is providing to you as it opens its conduits. They're flooding into you, piercing through the noise of ordinary existence and instilling you with wisdom and insight beyond human understanding. These are true experiences. You are not hallucinating. They are as real as the ground beneath your feet and the oxygen you breathe. The goal of these spiritual downloads is to awaken latent powers within you that have been waiting to surface for this exact moment. Have faith in the messages. These are not coincidences. Because of your position in God's plan, you get these precise and calculated signals from higher realms. They enhance your purpose and strengthen your resolve by illuminating the path you are meant to take as you enter the depth of your awakening. Ancient, irresistible powers are bringing everything together in your favor. You are preparing for the next stage of your life, which is why your spiritual abilities are strengthening. Your full potential can be realized with the help of the signals you get. Distractions from the outside world must be ignored. Have faith in the transformations taking place within you. These messages above operate as a compass, pointing you toward your true mission. The cosmos is speaking to you right now, and nothing can stop you from becoming who you were created to be. A massive change is going to occur. It has been developing in the background and is about to emerge into the spotlight. The powers that intended to damage you, those who imagined they could dominate, stifle, and mislead, will now have to pay the price. This is an unstoppable takedown, fueled by divine intervention and supernatural forces, not a slow unraveling. You will witness everything unfold as the corruption that has festered for so long is dismantled piece by piece. The rules of the universe work together to ensure that justice is accurate and forgiving. You never fought this fight alone. Those who attempted to block your path were purposefully brought down by ancient and cosmic invisible forces. Their previously unknown plots are finally revealed. You'll find yourself at the center of this miraculous act of revenge, not as a bystander, but as a force of nature, as their might fades like smoke in the wind. The long-buried truth is finally coming to light. It's unstoppable and unmanageable. You are a conduit for the power of justice. A portion of this revelation, your own power surges as the walls of deception crumble around your adversaries. The force within you will ignite and grow stronger as the truth reveals every deception, deceptive tactic, and corrupt individual who thought they were immune. This is your moment. Get yourself ready. The force that flows through you today is bigger than all the oppression they attempted to bury you under. Not only are their empires and power disintegrating in front of your eyes, you are witnessing the emergence of your own unstoppable strength. The storm that swirls around you, the one you carry within yourself, is not your average force. It's an inexorable truth. No lie, deception, or oppressive structure can stand up to this fact. You are the truth, and this is the final time you will ever stay concealed for far too long. You are protected from a world that was never prepared for the truth of who you are. You are shrouded in silence, held back by powers unwilling to let your light shine. However, that cloak is no longer needed. Your undeniable, irresistible power can no longer be restrained. The world that formerly tried to suffocate you and keep you in the shadows is now shaking because it recognizes that you are growing into the fullness of your being. You are no longer a secret, no longer something they can conceal behind falsehoods and control. You are rising not as a passive observer in this chaotic period, but as a force for total transformation, a force that will overturn the very systems designed to keep you under control. The time has come to accept your divine destiny. You were not chosen by accident. You are chosen by forces beyond this world, by the hand of divinity itself, to carry out a purpose far greater than your own tale. This is bigger than you or any individual. What you do right now, the steps you take, will have an impact on the very fabric of reality, shaking the foundations of the corrupt, decaying structures that have oppressed, coerced, and silenced so many people. You are the weapon of divine justice, the means by which the world will be made right, and the power you hold will not only destroy those who attempted to hurt you. It will cause a seismic change, triggering a chain reaction that will reverberate well beyond your local environment. This win is not solely for you. This is a victory for everyone who has suffered under the weight of unjust regimes, for everyone who has been compelled to remain silent. Your ascension represents the liberation of all oppressed people. Your voice is that of the millions voiceless, and when you stand up, the globe will shake. Your name will be renowned because your honesty and strength cannot be ignored. You are no longer someone to hide or forget. You are a bright beacon of transformational light, and the world will see you for the power that you are. It's time to seize this authority and take on the role you were born to play. Take control of your narrative. It is yours to tell. Share the truth. Speak fearlessly, and others will be motivated to join you. You are not only witnessing change, you are the change. Your voice is no longer a whisper in the darkness. It's a clarion call, a trumpet blast that will shake others out of their slumber. Allow the world to hear you. Allow the world to see you. This is your moment. And the universe's eyes are on you. This is your divine right. This is your purpose. You're the storm. You are the truth. And you are the change. Stand tall and tell the world who you are. Allow your power to be felt in all corners of reality, to come closer to its strength. You can become a member by clicking the Join Us button and standing with other chosen ones.